Hello students, myself Karishma Datta from Saraswat International Academy. I am going to teach to standard 9th English medium, subject social science, chapter number 8, framing of constitution and its feature, part 5. Okay students, so we will start with our part 5, the chapter that is framing of constitution and its feature. So students, we have seen the what is constitution in a very detailed form. Even we have seen the importance of constitution, right? Even we have seen the process of framing the constitution was being seen by us. What is preamble was being seen by us, right? Then importance of preamble, pillars of preamble was being seen. Democracy, secularism, socialist were the three important pillars of the democracy that was been seen by us. Okay, then we saw the basic features of the constitution, right? The basic features of the constitution was been seen. The first basic feature was the written document. The second basic feature was the size of the constitution. Then this third basic feature was single citizenship. Then we saw the center, fourth one, that is centered with the strong federal structure was being seen. In that the union list, the state list and the concurrent list was being seen. Okay, then we saw the residuary power also was being seen by us. And the fifth, the last part what we saw till now was the unified arrangement during crisis. That much part we have seen in the before part which has been done. Okay students, so now we will start with the sixth basic feature, that is the bicameral practice. Bicameral student over here means that is two houses. Bicameral means two houses. The Indian parliamentary system, it consists of two houses, and we have learned it in a very detailed form in 8th standard that it consists of two houses, that is the Lok Sabha, and then the second one is the Rajya Sabha. Okay, you can even write the bicameral over here, or even you can write parliamentary system. So we'll start with the topic. India has a parliamentary system of governance. Okay, what type of system can be seen in India? That is the parliamentary system. In a parliamentary system, the parliament is a supreme authority representing people. Okay, the parliamentary system, the parliament is said to be the supreme authority representing people, right? Because the leaders which have been seen in the parliament are the representative of the people. So the parliament is a supreme authority of representing whom? That is the people. Next, the legislature at the union is the parliament. Okay, at the central level you see the legislature, that is the parliament. The parliament is bicameral, means it has two houses, the upper house and the lower house. The upper house is Rajya Sabha and the lower house is Lok Sabha. Next, upper house is called as Rajya Sabha and lower house is known as Lok Sabha. Next, though the government is carried on in the name of a president at the union and the governor in the state, actual administration is carried by the Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister at the union and the Chief Minister in the state. Okay, and the constitution is such that the government is carried out on the name of president. Why on the name of president, student? I explained you in 8th standard about it. Like, president is said to be the main authority of the parliament, okay, of the constitution. He maintains the constitution, the rules and regulations of the constitution over here. Okay, and president, whatever work has been done at the central level, okay, it has been done at the name of whom? That is on the name of president. And at the state it has been done by the governor. But if you see, the actual administration is carried out by the Council of Minister, and the head is said to be as the Prime Minister. Okay, actual, if it has been seen, the president governs the government, right? On the name of president, the government runs at the central level, and the government runs at the state level at the name of governor, but actual the administration at the center level has been run by the council of minister headed by the prime minister. Okay, and at the center, that is the union, and the chief minister in the state, and the chief minister in the state, on the name of the chief minister in the state, is it has been seen the administration is run of the state. Okay, now we'll see the Council of Ministers is responsible to the legislature that comprises of the representative of the people. The Council of Ministers which have been elected in the legislature, okay, they are responsible to comprise a representative of the people. Why the people? Because these council of ministers are being elected through elections. Okay, they are the representative of the people. Like people have chosen them to go to the parliament and work for them. So they are the representative of the people. Next, the president selects 12 people who are experts and experienced from various fields of Rajya Sabha. Okay, now what they're saying over here, that is, if first we need to know that 12 members, Rajya Sabha consists of how many members? That is 250 members, and that from 250 members, 12 members. How many members? 12 members are being selected by whom? That is by president. And how many left? That is 238. 238 members are being elected, they are coming from different states. Okay, before with that we need to know that here how many members? 250 members. Okay, and 12, from 250 members, 12 members are been selected by the president, and these members are experts and experienced person from different field. Okay, they are said to be very experienced persons and even experts from different field, because not from one field but from different field, because each field need to have a contribution of themselves, and each field contribute themselves in the Indian economy for that reason. Next, Rajya Sabha is a permanent house in which one-third members retire every 2 years, the same number of member for election. Now what they're saying that, right? Rajya Sabha कौन सा हाउस है? परमानेंट हाउस, वो पूरा का पूरा डिसॉल्व होता नहीं है, right? Every 2 years, two-third member, sorry, not two-third, one-third member, one-third members are being getting what? That is, they are retiring themselves. Okay, and the same number of member for election. Okay, so let me say you, this Rajya Sabha members, they come from the state legislative assembly. That has been explained to you, right? They are the indirect people, like Lok Sabha member directly come through election, right? The state legislative assembly, from state legislative assembly, the seats are being conserved from of all the state student. हर एक state में seat reserved होती हैं किसके लिए? राज्य सभा के लिए, right? So over here, that two-third members have retired every 2 years. Okay, and the same person is been elected again for that seat. Okay, can be elected, same person can be elected or the other person can be elected. Now we need to know that स्टेट अगर एग्जाम्पल देती हूँ गुजरात, आई एम गिविंग एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ गुजरात. इफ फ्रॉम द one-third member which retire every 2 year, from that one member is member from Gujarat State Legislative Assembly. वो member कहाँ का है? State Legislative Assembly गुजरात का, और he has been retired, वो retire हो गए हैं. And when he is retired, तो वो the place of that Rajya Sabha state is vacant. तो now इन गुजरात स्टेट लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली में क्या होगा? इलेक्शंस विल बी टेकन फॉर फिलिंग अप द वेकेंट प्लेस. वो वेकेंट प्लेस को फिलअप करने के लिए द स्टेट लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली of Gujarat is going to have again election, and whichever member has been selected in that election, state legislative assembly में ही होगा. ओके, वापस पीपल के पास नहीं जाएंगे, स्टेट लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली में वो इलेक्शन होने वाला है. If that one member has been selected from the state of Gujarat, then that member is going to fill up the vacant place. जो सीट खाली हो गई थी गुजरात की, क्योंकि गुजरात का एक मेंबर राज्यसभा का क्या हो गया था? रिटायर हो गया था. इलेक्शन हुए स्टेट लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली में, एक मेंबर सेलेक्ट किया गया, एंड दैट मेंबर विल नाउ फिल अप द प्लेस. Okay, and that election has been taken. Next, thus each member has 6 years of tenure in Rajya Sabha, okay, Council of State. Okay, कितने साल का है? One member is been seen for how many years? 6 years. It is not like Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha, one that member is seen for only 5 years. It is not a permanent house. Lok Sabha student is not a permanent house because it dissolved completely after 5 years. And Rajya Sabha is a permanent house क्योंकि that has one third member retires every 2 years. Next, the power of Rajya Sabha are less compared to the Lok Sabha, which is a special, uh, superior and decisive. Okay, if you see the Rajya Sabha has very less power compared to the Lok Sabha, as Lok Sabha has more members in that. So, okay, our Rajya Sabha cannot be completely dissolved. Okay, Rajya Sabha completely, it has never been dissolved, but Lok Sabha is completely dissolved after 5 years. Okay, student, a video you will see after this, that is the parliament. What do parliament consist? A 46 seconds video it is. So you need to see the video and you will very much be clear that what the role parliament plays in the constitution, why it is said to be the saint feature of the constitution. Okay. Parliament. Okay, students, so you have seen with the video and now you must be clear about the parliamentary system. Okay, now we'll start with the independent, impartial and integrate judiciary. Okay, independent, impartial and integrate judiciary. The word independent say that the judiciary is been kept independent. Why it is been kept independent? That we'll see in this topic. Impartial means no partiality has been done by it. Okay, and integrate means a deep study can be seen over there. Okay, chalo. The constitution has provided for the establishment of an independent, impartial judiciary. Okay, the constitution has provided for the establishment of an independent and impartial judiciary. Who has provided the judiciary to us? The independent, impartial, that is the constitution. Next, there is Supreme Court at the top, then there are High Court at the state, and under its jurisdiction means what, student? Power to make legal decision. What do you mean by judiciary? Power to make what? That is legal decision, that is jurisdiction. Are the district court at the district level, and at the taluka level there are local and special courts. Next, the judgment of the Supreme Court are binding to all the subordinate courts of the nation. Okay, now students over here, the Supreme Court is at the top. Supreme Court at the top, then comes the High Court at the state. Okay, then comes the District Court at the district level, then comes the taluka court at the taluka level, and then comes the special courts. Okay, so this is what, student? This is the pattern of the jurisdiction. The Supreme Court at the center, the High Court at all the states, at the district court, the district court, the taluka at taluka, the taluka court, and some special court. In some special courts, I can give you an example of consumer forum, right? The protection of consumer getting been exploited for them. What has been opened, that is consumer forum has been opened, or I can give an example of other special court, that is lok adalat. Okay, then what they're saying over here, the judgment of Supreme Court is a binding, right? Whatever judgment is made by the Supreme Court, students, right, it need to be abided by the subordinate court. The subordinate courts are the High Court, the district court, the taluka court, right? They need to follow the judgment of whom? That is of the Supreme Court. Who need to follow? The subordinate courts of the nation, and the top one is the Supreme Court. Okay, next, in case of conflict between the union and the state government, matter relating to constitution and interpretation of statutes, okay, the final decision is vested with the Supreme Court. Statutes are student and written law. Okay, that is a written law. That is a decision is vested with the Supreme Court. Okay, any conflict between the state और अ यूनियन सेंटर और स्टेट के बीच में कोई कॉन्फ्लिक्ट होगा दैट हैज़ बिन सॉल्व बाय व्हाट दैट इज़ बाय द सुप्रीम कोर्ट एनी इंटरप्रिटेशन मीन्स deep learning of it of the constitution that is done by whom, that has been wasted by whom, that is by the Supreme Court. Next, the Supreme Court is the protector and the guardian of the constitution. Let me say you that, student, the country, the nation is working according to the constitution or not, right? That has been seen by whom? That has been seen by the Supreme Court. So, Supreme Court is said to be the protector and the guardian of the constitution because judiciary has the main power. Supreme Court decision or judgment need to be followed by even by the parliament because the constitution is being maintained, the constitution provisions are maintained by whom? That is by the judiciary, that means by the Supreme Court.